Welcome everyone to Girl Time with Court and Stace.
Welcome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone.
It is 2019 and we are ready to come into this new year with a brand new mindset, not resolution, but a mindset.
And also, I like to say, I don't say resolutions, I have promises to myself.
I say new mindsets that I've already broken, but
We're
a work in progress. That's what I say.
So today we want to talk about some hot topics.
Yes, some serious issues that is plaguing social media, that is trending on every social media outlet, as well as...
So if you haven't heard about the R. Kelly series, you've been under a rock. So like Stacey said, this is all over social media.
Everywhere.
Instagram.
Any conversations,
Facebook,
work conversations.
Right.
Everything.
And this is such a big topic and a serious topic that we've decided to break it out into two parts.
Right.
So this is part one.
And part one, we're just gonna, just talk about like how our feelings are in regards to, the segments that we've seen. And I just watched segment 5. I'm in the midst of watching segment 6.
Before we go into that, Stacey, though, I want to first put out a disclaimer that these are our opinions.
Nobody else's.
And you may not agree with some of the things that we say. But again, these are our opinions and we're open to discussions. So if you want to DM us or email us, we're open to hear.
Exactly. And we want to know your thoughts. We want to hear multiple, opinions and outlooks on this whole entire situation, because we've been hearing a ton of different opinions about how they felt about whatever situation, whatever female was in the situation with him in his home, going to search out for their, musical careers, a lot. So, I mean, it's a very interesting and disturbing topic, I must say.
So if you were living under a rock, because of course not everyone are watching, and then also not everyone's really on Facebook and Instagram every day and Twitter and all of that good stuff. So there is a series currently on Lifetime TV about it's called Surviving R. Kelly. So of course R. Kelly is a huge I'm gonna say he is a genius.
Yes, a musical genius. He really is a musical genius.
You cannot take that man's talent away. He writes his music, he plays instruments, and he's illiterate. So this is a natural talent that he has. He can't read or write.
They say he can read, but he doesn't read as well. He doesn't, it's hard for him to sound out certain words.
Well, and but he has huge issues. So other people do his camp does his
reading,
writing, and so they're handling that for him. So obviously, like the level of
literacy
what he can
is
do
very,
is
very low.
Right? So this series is out, and there are few women, actually women that were his victims,
children
allegedly. And then folks who were in his camp, managers, bodyguards, background singers, dancers. His
wife is talking about her her abuse with R. Kelly, and I'm not going to sit
other
here and say I'm not going to say alleged either, because if you were in that situation and everybody is saying the same thing,
we're gonna say
I'm not saying alleged.
Because he has not been found guilty.
Okay.
So he's alleged. So, in air quotes. But starting out, so I used to be in the music business, and at one point when I was this is many moons ago, there was always a rumor that he liked young girls, and that he was illiterate and couldn't read and write and things like that too. But so. If you look back, like if this rumor has always been out in the music business, and it's, it's one of those quiet hush hush things, it raised red flags when he married Aaliyah. Aaliyah was 15 years old. They got married.
He was what,
20.
28
He was
or 27?
27.
Okay.
They forged the marriage certificate to say that she was 18. 2 months later, her parents, they got that annulled because she had forged her name.
Well, one of the things, here's the thing.
Or the manager had forged
Here's the thing with the whole situation. I think when that came out, we had this, image of R. Kelly. Well, this girl is 15. He's 27. What does he want with her? And I think a lot of society had that mindset that rock and roll, this is what they do. They date older women and older men. It's like norm. But even then, I can remember saying, what in the world would a 15-year-old want to do with a 27-year-old? Now, mind you, this was technically her mentor, and was he her manager? Not her manager, but he was his artist. She was his artist. And I think being at that young age, we all were 15 and we all were impressionable, and we still are impressionable about certain things, certain people, certain situations. And at 15, I think her mindset was, okay, this is R. Kelly, she saw him. And I don't think when he got caught, it's almost like, not that it went away, but it just, like, his music overshadowed this whole.
Well, he was
Aaliyah
very, very strategic. He always put out music to basically get to downplay what was going on.
Right.
But let's go back to Aaliyah though. So her uncle was in the music business. So I think it was like her mom's brother or something like that, right?
Was.
So again, like I said, there was always a rumor that he liked young girls. Okay, so I'm sure the uncle at one point heard the rumor, allegedly. So that right there leads me to believe, like, why would you do that, number one? And then if you were to introduce him, you need to have those parents, like, on her, like, stay, or you, if you're taking responsibility for your niece, you need to be on that.
But you know what? I think because he's so strategic, it's almost like
He's a predator.
Right, he's a predator. And when you're a predator, you're nice, you try to win over everybody.
Strategic,
I'm safe, and I'm gonna
really
take care of you,
manipulative.
and you're like my sister, and we're like best friends. Why would I do that? I know your uncle. He's a predator.
Right.
He's a predator, and his strategic planning always worked, it seemed, how.
But you know what?
Luring these people in.
I'm a little mad at, I'm a lot mad at Aaliyah's parents. God bless the dead Aaliyah. Because I feel like at that point, this was the beginning of his career, right? And so this was the first real situation that we know of where he literally got married. And to somebody that's so young. I think they said he met her at like age 12 or something like that. So we don't even know how long like this affair was going on, right? So you figure she trusted him, she confided in him. She called him her best friend.
As a cover up, though.
Probably.
Remember that BET?
Oh yeah.
When they showed that BET, I remember watching it and saying, why are they dressed alike? First of all, that's corny. And
well, that was like many years ago, and sometimes me and my husband dress alike. But anyway.
Anyway, we're going to stay on top. That's another topic for Girl Time McCoy Stays.
But
getting back to that.
But I just want to get out. Like, I just can't, like, the parents get on my damn nerves because I feel like they had an opportunity to get this man, to have him arrested. They had an opportunity to expose him. They kept this a hush-hush thing. He gave them money, allegedly. It seems like they were much more focused on Aaliyah's career and her reputation, right? But I feel like if they would have nipped this in the bud years ago, then it may have prevented some of these situations with the future girls.
Now, I agree, and I kind of disagree. I agree on the fact that, they should have possibly went a little bit harder in their quest to kind of.
Ain't no possibly.
Nah,
You took money,
right,
and you said, let's not discuss this ever. Like it was a gag order type of thing. They didn't discuss it.
Well, I think that's one of the reasons why they weren't able to pursue it in a way. But again,
certain things you shouldn't be bought, though.
I know, but they signed
because
this paper.
because as a result of them not doing anything, they
all
say
these people were victimized.
Well, all these people were victimized, but because he got away with that, and of course he's a predator, and this is what predators do. They poke the bear, they poke the bear, they poke the bear. So he got away with that. Then a little later, he got away with this, that. He continues to make more money and more music, and he gets bigger and bigger, and it gets worse and worse and worse. Now he has this God complex. Now the situations are terrible, and so maybe if they had prevented this years ago, maybe it would not have escalated as far as it's gotten. Now, I'm not saying, because a predator is a predator. So, I'm not saying that it would not have ever escalated to that point.
But maybe we could have saved some people.
I mean,
well, that's what they always
probably
say that.
hundreds of girls.
Right. They always say that, one voice speaks for 1,000, potential victims. And that's key. However, I think in that same concept, when you're in a situation where, it's, you got a gag order on you. You're thinking that maybe this is a one-time thing. 2 parties were involved. She wasn't held against her will.
That's true.
She agreed to the marriage. She agreed to the relationship, and by signing that agreement, it was like let bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
They didn't want to kind of, I guess, not so much sabotage her career, but sabotage her mentality, her image of herself,
right.
and how she felt. So we don't know what those conversations were, but here we are. We're forgiving him. Well, they're forgiving him. They forgived him. A gag order was signed. Money paid out. Hush, hush. Let's not talk about this again. And here we go with another incident with him getting caught filming the 14-year-old girl.
Right.
Which was literally disgusting, because I have to say I did watch the tape. And, it was bothersome. And now that I'm thinking, like, we were literally watching child pornography. We could have been I saw the tape. I saw the tape. And
once I heard about
disgusted.
it, and I heard that it was, no, those things skeeved me out.
Right.
I just
so another topic we want to, just talk about, is just like the victims. Like, when you're put in that position, and there's a person of power in that position that is kind of enticing you to befriend them and giving you the gifts, and you get sucked in. It's that Stockholm's syndrome. I think I'm saying it right, but it's that syndrome where you start to believe the things that that person is saying to you, that I do love you and I'm going to take care of you and I'm going to I'm going to do the things I need to do for you. But we will add on to this topic, and we will continue this on part 2, because we want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear what you have to say. And there's a lot of people talking about everything.
That's
There's a lot of opinions, and we want to just give other people an opportunity to watch this. Let us hear your thoughts, and then we'll proceed with part 2.
There's so much to talk about. And just to run through some things, you have the R. Kelly. Remember, he was molested. So you have that aspect of it. You have the Aaliyah situation. You have the victim situation. The women who partake in that.
I'm sorry, that's my dog.
And then you have R. Kelly's camp. These people were very responsible. I feel like they all covered up, so you have to hold them responsible, and then you have to hold us, the public, responsible as well, because we're still listening to his music. So
I'm back.
So we're gonna end this. There's a lot going on over here, so we're gonna end this now, and we're gonna come back to you with a part 2 and finish this up. All right.
Have a great evening. Girl Time with Court and Stace. Please stay tuned for part 2.
Peace out.